This is WENY News.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for clicking on the webcast. I'm Ross DiMattei. Here's the latest from WENY News and the Star-Gazette. A man has been ticketed after causing a truck to flip on Clemens Center Parkway in Elmira. According to our media partner, the Star-Gazette, Sean Davis was given a ticket for running a red light, which caused him to hit a mail delivery truck early yesterday morning. The collision smashed the front end of Davis's Ford Focus and caused the truck to flip onto its side. Davis was not hurt, but the driver of the truck, Paul Edelman, he was taken to a local hospital to be treated for a minor injury. We have a new scam to tell you about this morning. The Ithaca Police Department has been getting complaints of a wide array of phone scams. One of the more prevalent scams involves the caller saying they work for the IRS and a federal complaint has been filed against the victim. The scammer then says the victim can take care of the problem by making a payment immediately. The other prevalent scam involves a caller placing a fake job ad on Craigslist where the victim has replied. The scammer and victim exchange a few emails, then tell them they must send some sort of payment immediately or risk losing the job. If you have been a victim, please contact the Ithaca Police Department. And we've been following this story for a few months now here at WENY, and tonight we'll have the latest on a contaminated soil study in the city of Corning. The Department of Environmental Conservation, the State Department of Health, and Corning Incorporated are hosting a public meeting tonight. They'll be discussing the details of a recent testing of the soil and what is next for the testing of residential properties. State officials will be available today from 3 to 5 p.m., and the public meeting begins at 6:30 p.m. at the Ramada Inn. There's an event in Schuyler County today aimed at teaching kids all about substance abuse prevention. It's called Lead and Seed. It's a nationally recognized training program meant to inspire kids to tackle the problem of substance abuse. The program will focus on issues like underage drinking, drunk driving, and prescription drug misuse. It's today from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Montour Moose Lodge, hosted by the Schuyler County Coalition on Underage Drinking and Drugs. All right, now here's meteorologist Craig Flint with a look at today's forecast. Hey, Craig.
Ross, kind of a complicated forecast as we head throughout the course of the day. Thank you, buddy, and good morning. As we get you up to date with what's going on, well, we have this weather front. It's a stationary boundary. You can see it kind of draped and kind of bisecting the region, and depending on which side of the front you're on will depend on what your temperatures will be today. So, for example, places like Sayre and Towanda and Owego and Spencer should make the 50s today. However, by contrast to the north and west, up towards, say, Bath and Arkport and Prattsburg, Canisteo, Hornell, those areas likely near 40. So this line of demarcation, if you will, kind of separating you know, there's quite the temperature gradient in between the area here from west to east. And, oh, by the way, low pressure tracking along this surface boundary here, this stationary front, and that's going to spread some rain into the region here. However, where it is colder behind the front in the 40s, some wet snow will start to mix in, and we're going to detail that coming up on Future Track as to who gets what. So, umbrellas unfurled because everyone gets wet today, starting around lunchtime. And we were just talking about this tricky system. I mean, literally, Towanda, you guys could be like 54, 55, 56. Bath and Hornell could be near 40, all right? And no matter what, it's way below normal as we head into the weekend. I don't think we are going to get out of the 50s Saturday, or I should say out of the 20s. 50s would be great, but not going to happen.
Don't get my hopes up.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Saturday is going to be a struggle just to get to 30. So here we go with Future Track, and you'll note as we head through the afternoon, most of us are dealing with just a cold, kind of damp and raw rain. But as mentioned, north and west, you get that. So remember that frontal boundary I was just showing you? Figure it's right about in here around 5 o'clock. So to the south and east, that's where we have the warmer air, hence the rain. North and west, that's where the snow is occurring. And I do anticipate at least some snowflakes to start to mix in, wet snowflakes to start to mix in through the afternoon for areas to the north and west. So most of you in the Finger Lakes and over much of Steuben County will likely get in on a little bit of wet snow earlier. Then everyone gets some wet snow tonight. In terms of accumulation today through tonight, it's going to be hard because of the time of the year for snow to really stick on pavement at lower elevations with temperatures in the mid-40s. However, some of the higher terrain, especially over the Finger Lakes, some of the hills of the Finger Lakes, the higher elevations of Steuben County to the north and west of Corning, out towards Bath, and those areas I mentioned to you earlier, Canisteo and Arkport and Hornell, and then also some of the higher elevations down across the northern tier, have an opportunity for coating to 1 to 2 inches of snow as we head through later today and into tonight. Friday, leftover snow showers, maybe a few raindrops in the afternoon, and then there's that blast of cold heading into the weekend. Maybe we'll get to 50 by Wednesday. Ross?
All right, thanks, Craig. Good news. For the latest news, weather, and sports, be sure to watch WENY News at noon, 5:30, 6, and 11. And don't forget to pick up a copy of today's Star Gazette. I'm Ross DiMattei. Have a great Thursday.